Ugh, this just broke. This trash, it just broke. Today we are going to install this Cameron ceiling fan. It is the model number 52-RDT. It's in a very unique finish. I don't know what this finish is called. I'd have to reference the catalog, but it's like a kind of like a copper tone finish. So this was given to me by somebody at the fan meet this year, and I am horrible with the recollection of names, and so I'll recognize your face next year if you go, but I have not a clue what your name is. So whoever you are that gave this to me, feel free to identify yourself in the comments box if you so desire. So this fan is one of quite a few different finishes that were offered in the 2001 catalog, and my ceiling fan collecting bucket list, if you will, is to obtain every fan that was in that catalog. And I've made a surprising amount of progress over the years, but some of these more obscure finishes are going to be tough to find, so I was very happy to get this. There's certainly not many of these out there. I also I've got two of the blue ones over there. I got one of the chrome ones. I think it's a pink light. I have a white one, and I think that's it for now. I haven't made a lot of progress on the Camerons, but this is getting me one unit closer. It's a really nice finish too. I think if this appears to be in good working order, I could see putting this in the kitchen at some point. Certainly strong enough to handle that room. These are very, very good fans in my opinion. Very powerful. Alright, so we're going to take the light off because we need to remove the blades. So it was given to me with the blades attached, which I get very nervous transporting fans like this, as well as attaching and detaching the blades, because just a lot of force on the irons and just a slight bend will throw the whole thing out of balance. By some miracle, the clock on this doesn't look too bad. Slightly out, but it's really not bad. But I'm going to detach the blades, the irons, to reattach the blades. A couple of these seem a little bit loose as well, so we'll tighten everything back up when we reassemble. And these, I believe, have the AccuArm things, so the screws don't come out, which is super nice. I really like this AccuArm thing. It's not stupid at all. The amount of time and frustration it saves to have the screws not fall out is unbelievable. It makes for such a much more pleasant installation experience. The bearings might be a little noisy in this, it's hard to tell. And when you spin it up by hand, it's usually going a lot faster than the fan itself ever would during normal operation. Plus you have the sound of the blades moving the air around. A lot of times if you spin it up by hand and you hear some bearings like this much, because it'll never go that fast. It's probably going to go about, let's see, maybe that fast during normal operation. So yeah, I actually don't think we're going to have a problem. Alright, so we have hopefully everything that we need. I was told everything is here. We've got the mounting bracket, we've got the remainder of the screws and the grommets that are not, yeah, some of the grommets are there. So we have there enough screws here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it looks like it. And then we have the shades. These are really nice shades too. The whole fan is real nice. And it's nothing short of a miracle that this all made it home intact. And none of the parts got lost over the last 3 months it's been kicking around the house. So we have, looks like cherry blades and some kind of light oak. Which side should we go with? Those are both totally different styles, and they both look kind of nice. That's just dirty. I think that the wood side is generally in better condition. Actually, they're generally both in pretty good condition. And a couple of marks on this side. We'll go with the wood. I think if I use it in the kitchen, this would make more sense anyways. Doesn't appear to be any warpage. The only bummer to this is I don't have a down rod, and trying to find one in this finish or something like it is going to be pretty much impossible. Although my mother is very skilled with paint. I bet she could paint something that would match this. Nope, we got all the parts. Not missing anything here. That's one of the nice things about buying stuff from other collectors, is that usually the stuff is in reasonable condition and you're not missing all the parts. And this is kind of weird. It's not, the holes are not lining up 100%. That is really odd. It's not lining up to any of these blades. What the heck is it like that for? Is this iron busted up or something? That's really odd. The screws are not going in properly either. That is mighty peculiar. It's like the whole thing is bent in some odd, it's like it's slightly folded in or something. How the heck does that happen? Oh yeah, wow. I'm not even sure maybe I'll get the screws in there. What the heck's going on here? Yeah, it's like the whole thing is like smashed in there. That is really odd. You know what it seems like to me is that someone like folded this inwards and all the holes got bent and everything. Because see, this one lines up just fine. So this iron is jacked up. Oh man, this is a problem. And it's a very odd problem. Hopefully I can get these screws in okay. And I'll probably just not take them out. I usually like to store it separately, but I think this will be something I don't take apart. Because these irons, you're not replacing these. Nope, I can't. It's gonna strip. What on earth is going on here? That is really strange. How can we fix this? What I will do is I will get a bunch of washers, which is going to throw it out of balance. Oh no, it won't throw it out of balance if I use I will use fiber washers. We can use fiber washer, or we can use plastic washer. They're both very lightweight. I don't think it's going to matter. How this opens. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these are lightweight. I don't think these will throw it out of balance. We're going to take these fiber washers and we're going to stick this on the screw here so that it'll only have to screw in a short amount before it gets tight, and then it won't have a, I don't have to worry about it stripping. I've never seen something like this happen to an iron before. It's very weird. I'm gonna make up that space there. This iron is totally jacked up and I have no idea how or why it would get like that. So what we did there is we just lessened the amount of distance that the screws have to thread in, but still hold secure to the blade. Alright. I think we'll get away with that. Good job, Ab Tools. You came in handy. Alright, let's see if we encounter any other weird problems. Okay, looks like the rest of the blades went together okay. Alright, so we're going to use this testing mount, this flush mount tester area for the first time. This is installed backwards. I just have a problem with inverting things. I think there's a particular name for the brain damage that causes people to do that, but I suffer from it, whatever it is. And so when I installed this, it's backwards. I'll have to fix that at some point, but I think it'll work fine just for the test. So this is how I intended for this this setup to be able to be used, is that we can just switch between down rod mount and flush mount fans. These brackets are very well designed in the sense that you don't have to take all the screws all the way out. You can just have the screws kind of partially in like this and just slip the bracket on. These fans, a lot of these Hampton Bay fans really were designed for ease of use by the average person that's not super familiar with this type of stuff. And I think that's noteworthy because it fills a product category that didn't exist at the time. Yeah, it's wrong, but it's not like the fan's gonna fall. It's gonna probably be crooked because of the stupid angle, but it's not gonna fall. Alright, now this is something I've never understood. How are you supposed to do the wiring while holding the fan when it's this flush mount apparatus? Because there's no hook on these brackets. So like on the Hunter fans, you have a hook and you can hang it, but this, like, I just don't understand how this works. Now in this case, I have access to the top of the fan, so I'm just going to stick this on here and perform the wiring while it's already hooked up. But in a normal environment, you can't do that. So that's where I just completely fail to understand how this is supposed to work. Because I can cheat and grab them up the top like this, but normally that's not a thing. I think we're missing one screw here to connect this, although this screw is included. I don't think this is the right one. I'm not going to worry about it, it's not going to fall. That was not cool. Yeah, it's not gonna fall, but it's not the way that it's supposed to be used. That bracket is definitely upside down. I think this Mirette is spoiled. Good enough for a test. Yeah, so somebody explained to me how this is supposed to work. I mean, does it just become a two-person job if you're going to install it flush? Like, I don't get it. It can't be. There's got to be something I don't understand about it. How easy is that? It lines right up. The screws are there. That's just fantastic. Yeah, this is very crooked. This is just gonna be up here for a short time, and I gotta have to take it down to fix this box. You can always put it back, but definitely gotta fix the box. Oof, that's coming close to that light. You know what? I can probably shim the box for now, just so that it's is acceptable for the time being until I get around to repairing it. Let me see if I can shim it a little bit. Because what we just need to do is stick something there that will just pull it out like that much so it's level. Maybe a Moret will fix it. It sure will. That's kind of funny. Alright, now that might come out and fly across the room, but whatever. We have a little decorative thing that we don't need in this particular install. The light's gonna hang too low. I could never use this fan down here. Have to use it upstairs. That screw, don't know what it's for. Might have been the extras that it came with initially. These blades got some pitch. This thing's going to really move some air. I haven't used one of these in a while, but I know these are very powerful fans. This hangs ridiculously low. I'm not going to be able to keep this here for long. Yeah, I think this would look nice in the kitchen. This is such a damage my head hazard with this light hanging this low. I don't like the way this lights are fitting on here. I guess it's like that because it's missing the isolation band. I think this arm got a little bit bent. Other than that, it looks like it fared the transit pretty good. Let's see if we can just fix that real quick. Yeah. It also would look nice in the bedroom too. Alright, let's turn it on now. I still have not put a outlet onto the, or not an outlet, a plug onto this cord for some reason. So we'll just have to stick it into the extension like we have been. which is really stupid. I mean, it takes, what, 5 minutes to put a plug on? You need to just do it so we can stop having this trashy setup like this. So this is stupid. I mean, this is okay for a test, but for anything that's long term, this is really stupid. Where the kilowatt meter is? Oh, we gotta get some light bulbs. Where do I have light bulbs for this? For the sake of time, I'm just gonna grab these. Now I'm feeling this for the bedroom. And it's about time to swap out the fan in the bedroom anyways. It's been in there for months. Ah, that's real nice. The blades need to be cleaned. I can see there's some junk on them, but we'll get them cleaned up. Very cool. I will type in the description box what the name of this finish is, even though no one's going to read it, but I'll just have it for my own personal reference.